You can't judge me off a scale that we not the same thing.
Come on.
I'm carbon based.
Come on.
This shit different than ammonia based. It's genetically different. You can say what you want to, but what work for you don't work for me.
I love that. I live by that. I feel that.
So somebody that can't go in the sun without sunscreen, man, your opinion don't even matter to me, man. God don't even fuck with you that much, bitch. Your opinion don't matter to me.
Come on now.
Like, I'm just saying, like, people be caring about being liked. I don't give a fuck who don't like me. Like, when they talk to Black Lives Matter, I say, man, I don't really care for niggas like that. I don't care to be around them.
Here we go.
Because it's always some bullshit.
Here we go.
Well, I'm going to go back to the black community. Hey, good luck. Good luck. Why you ain't done now? Because you don't want that kind of pressure that's going to get applied.
Right.
Man.
Because we kill each other all day, talk about each other behind each other back, in the family get together and we gossiping in the kitchen. Nigga, you just seen me outside and went in the kitchen and decided to turn into a bitch ass nigga when you went in the kitchen. Yeah, Gates, he really think. Come on, man, that's all we do. When you look at my comments, the people saying negative shit be niggas. The Black Lives Matter movement, they got mad at me. They said, I told them, hey, listen, I wasn't made for everybody to like.
Okay.
That's real.
I told them, you know what's worse than a nigga? They was like, what, another one?
Ooh, damn.
We kill each other all day. The song, I'll fuck your bitch, I'll kill you, bust your head, you know, and then we talk about each other behind each other back, and then soon as a white person kill one of us, y'all should have left him. Y'all should have let him live. Why? So we could kill him. That's all.
Yeah, Gates.
Damn. That's deep.
Be jumping up and down, hollering, talking about that Black Lives Matter. Who do they matter to?
I can understand.
Even the songs you listen to, you ready to hear about a nigga talking about he gonna split a nigga shit? Cause I like that type of shit too now. I like to hear nigga get their top popped in a song. I do.
You do.
I'm being honest. But I don't really too much like, if I be wrong niggas, my antennas go up.
You be feeling away.
No, it's just because of where I've been at. It's because I grew up in them environments.
For sure. No, that makes sense. I get it. Yeah. Well, I will say this.
Where it happened at the club? You at the club, a bunch of niggas.
Where I grew up.
This what it go down.
Where I grew up at. Shots waking up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, so why would I put myself in that situation? Anywhere I gotta be and have a gun, hey, I don't need to be there. God bless me.
Right.
Now, if you don't feel like God bless me, that's cool. But look at my situation and your situation. God bless me, homie. 100%. I ain't stupid. I know what's up.
Solutionaries, obviously that was Kevin Gates talking that shit. Now, before I completely dismiss and dismantle some of his arguments, some of y'all are fans of Kevin Gates. Some of y'all like his music. I think he's a little bit strange. I think he does things for clout, attention. It's a good marketing campaign. I'm making content about it right now, so it is what it is. The difference is my content about this situation has more to do with solutions and the mindset that goes into some of these types of statements. Now, again, I know some of y'all like Kevin Gates. That's fine. I'm not tripping. I'm going to tell you guys what I agree with about what Kevin Gates said. As far as talking about we kill each other, yes, the rate of violent crime, so-called black-on-black crime, is a thing. The problem with that argument that a lot of people make that don't have deeper understanding of data, white people kill white people too, right? There's not even a term for white-on-white violence. It's not because white people don't kill white people. World wars all across Europe, across the rest of the world, are white people killing white people, right? And other people getting caught up in the crossfire. My point in saying that is he has some validity to the position that there is a self-hatred thing that has been ingrained into a lot of people. If you're talking about the black community. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb, because I was waiting for him to clarify this, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that when he say niggas, he means black folks, right? Not the negative, low IQ section of black folks. I think he means that generally. That's how it comes off to me, because he ain't make the distinction. If y'all think he made the distinction, put it in the comment section below. However, that self-hate conversation is a conversation that if you happen to be black, you got to get the fuck over that shit. Crime and violence is about proximity. If you Asian and you a bad Asian and you live close to an Asian that you want to rob and kill, you're going to rob and kill another Asian, and that's just the reality, okay? So there's some truth to that about the hate, about the talking behind each other's back, the gossiping, all that other type of shit. There's truth to that. The problem with his argument is that shit happens all of the time. These are the same people as artists that talk about, oh, the record labels is shady, this, that, and the third. The record labels are not owned, managed, or operated by and large by black people. So if it's a cutthroat business and they doing you dirty and they acting like they love you in the entertainment industry in your face, but then behind closed doors or when the contracts happen, they play flim-flam games. If that is majority controlled by white people, then that same thought process happens there too. This notion that, oh, the white man's ice is colder. The Asians are 1,000% all the time smarter. And to be perfectly honest, if we're talking about Asians, they actually got it right in America. The Asians are doing better. They don't go out the major league to vote, but they get what they need for their voting block, right? Their economic status, they doing better than white folks. So white folks and everybody else should be paying attention to Asian Americans. But anyway, this notion that somehow if you go to a black neighborhood, there's gonna be a shootout, as if the mass amount of mass shooters don't happen to be white males, okay? These contradictions that these artists say, a lot of time black artists say, because they want to be a mouthpiece for people to say, look, it's not racist, Kevin Gates said it. We see the grift. We see it. He's like a well-dressed Uncle Ruckus at certain points in this, and that's the new slide. Let me say something so the white consumers that want to say some silly shit, right? Oh, I fuck with Kevin Gates because he say the same thing that I think about the black community. So the vast majority of what the fuck he talking about is 1,000% Uncle Ruckus energy. Now, want to jump to the next thing that I think he's saying things that seem like it makes sense, but it doesn't. He says, if I need a gun to go there, I'm not putting myself in that position. One, you're assuming that everywhere that there's a bunch of black people, it's going to be, oh, it look like I'm going to need a gun over there. You would think that if you think that black people means destruction and danger all of the time. When the self-hate mind kick up, of course you're going to think that because you've been taught to hate your own. But at one hand, you say Muslim, love, all of this other, but all of this animus towards black people. The second part about that gun conversation is you don't fucking know when you're going to need a gun. That's like saying, if the house going to go on fire and they need a fire extinguisher in there, I ain't going in that house. You don't fucking know when that's going to happen. A firearm is for personal protection if something happens. And again, mass shooters, mass shootings, by and large, happen to be. This does not mean that all white males are mass shooters. It just means there are a lot of white mass shooters. So this argument that I'm not gonna need a gun, and if it's the black people energy, then since I'm gonna need a gun because it's the blacks over there, I'm gonna be over here where the white man's water is, and the ice is cooler, and the community is safer all of the time. That's just not fully accurate. It's a small depiction and a narrative that the type of music and entertainment that he has profited from promotes. He said it himself. I like listening to the music talk about busting a nigga in his head. I like to talk about busting a nigga in his head. Why? Malcolm told us this a long time ago. Who taught you to hate yourself? Why do you like to listen to the music that's talking about busting the niggas in the head? Now, let's go back a little bit further. He went super hard on the self-hate conversation because in the beginning of that clip, he was in essence talking about white people. So his own self-hate and stay in your fucking lane, know your place, nigger, checked itself. He said, oh, I done said something about the white folks. Let me double down on the blacks. These are hallmarked cards of somebody that's afraid. You can't just make the statement objectively, whatever you were saying about white folks, your skin, the God don't even mess with you like that because you can't even be out in the sun. You ammonia-based, which is true. White people biochemically have more ammonia in their blood. But white people got melanin too, maybe in less amounts, okay? So as soon as he made that critique, he knew, because most of his buying base, the most people that buy hip-hop music are white folk. And this is always the argument, oh, it's a black culture issue. Okay, so the music industry with rap is controlled and owned by white folks. The consumer base is mostly white folks. But somehow, all of the dangerous shit happen in the club with the music that you make, that you benefit from. So as soon as he said a little bit something that might be critical of white folks, and I don't want to say it's a little bit critical, it's racist. It's racist. God don't mess with you because you can't go out in the sun. That's some fucking bullshit. That's bullshit. But as soon as he said that, Mr. Tough Guy, He had to go do a whole thing about how I hate niggas. Well, you know what's worse than one nigga? Another one. This is the type of goofy shit that a lot of times we gotta call out in our community. This does not mean that he's wrong about, yo, the white dude killed the black dude, now we all up in arms. I think he's right on that. I do think that it's hypocritical, contradictory, and it's 1000% foolish. You're getting so upset about that, but you know what you do? When you see that, you call it up the middle both ways. You say, we're gonna train people to defend themselves regardless of who the fucking assailant is. That's why we have a firearms course. That's why we have a stop the bleed course. That's why we have an understanding imminent threat course. On top of that, we also have a Solutionary 9 where you get a holistic perspective. And when you start traveling the world, as I'm sure Mr. Gates has, you're supposed to get a better understanding of it's not just about skin. There's evil motherfuckers in his own industry. There's beautiful motherfuckers that are in his industry as well. And when you understand that, because you have a broader understanding of study through communication with people from different backgrounds, some may be black, some may be white, all in between, you see is shitbags, goofies, great people, and amazing folks all through the spectrum. But this double down to go self-hate because it's okay to hate black people. It's okay to say, I hate niggas, right? This double down, after you slipped and jumped out of there and said some racist shit this way, you wanted to double down on the self-hate on this end, and you mixing them truth with lies. This come off like the Uncle Ruckus, Charleston White. I say some things that people would kind of agree with, then I surround it with absolute fucking moronic goofy shit. Self-hate, debilitating, easily debunked bullshit. And it's not wise. It is truth mixed with the bullshit. And at a certain point, when it comes across my desk at least, I'm gonna call it for the bullshit that it is, while agreeing with the slight things that we agree on. And of course we're gonna agree with it because it's common sense. A contradictory person that would sneak in the kitchen and talk shit about you is a coward regardless of the race, regardless of what part of the town they live in, regardless. We're gonna agree with that, we're gonna call the bullshit. And Kevin Gates, I gotta call bullshit on 90% of the shit you just said right here. But I don't know, Maj, you just mad like he said that you not in the position that he in. Maj, he told you he ain't to be liked by everyone. Maj, you just mad that you that you don't got Dreka and Brittany Reiner. Whatever you want to say, put it in the comment section. If you get something right, I'm objective. I'll tell you right in the comment section. You get something wrong, I'm gonna chop you the fuck up because you're supposed to get chopped the fuck up. Also, guys, hit the link below. Join the Solutionary 9. These conversations are great for pop culture. We take lessons from them. We make sure that we get the right mindset. And that's the thing that we do in the Solutionary 9. We're not out here to just unnecessarily offend people. We're here to grow, to create unity, to get stronger individually for our families, for our community, and spread out to our country and the rest of the world. My name is Maj Toure, the founder of Solutionary University. Hope to see you in the Solutionary 9 soon. Be safe, be solutionary.